Death Stranding, and today is the July 4th. The whole goal of Death Stranding is to reconnect America, so it's very fitting. I was just about to jump on Final Fantasy 15, keep going with that, but I was like, no, I'm going to play some Death Stranding. I might play Final Fantasy later. I got my coffee, I got some ice in a cup, I got some alkaline water. I'm really about to stop drinking soda. I probably shouldn't drink coffee either. I usually drink like one coffee. I wouldn't say a day. I drank like one coffee.
Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
It's like I think I will stop drinking soda. It's pretty. It's a big effect. Not only am I all kind of dehydrated the days I drink soda, I don't drink water, but it's like I'll drink more and more soda to quench that thirst. So it'll never really be quenched. And then I'll just be sitting around like I ate a bunch of food because my stomach will be full of soda.
Stand clear. Vehicle ready. Order assigned.
I'm gonna bring some more. I'm very paranoid. I'm gonna bring some more anti-BT weaponry. If you ever see me play Death Stranding, I'm definitely gonna be the guy that has too many anti-BT weapons. But can you really have too many anti-BT weapons? Probably not.
Begin climb and have a pleasant travels.
So, like I had this, I guess established the other day. I'm gonna get 5 stars in for all of the distributors, whatever, the craftsmen, the elder, all those people, before I move on to doing like the main quest. So I got some work to do. Let's check on the roads. Maybe there's some roads that are almost finished. That one's not even close. This one's pretty close. These ones would go up to the weather station. I'm guessing they would, and I do need to get the weather station up to 5 stars. And all of the ones by the weather station, all of the auto pavers are almost complete. So I probably will auto pave, you know, to the weather station. So maybe I should do that first. I should grab a truck, go back and grab a bunch of Samarics and stuff, and do that first. Because the weather station is in the weirdest spot. And just being able to get 5 stars. I've already gone to the hard part of getting to those locations through like a main quest. I don't need to like continuously do that. There's a lot to this game, so it's like you don't have to really create a challenge for yourself. It'll be there. Yesterday I talked heavily about not trying to end up like other. I would even say other, because other seems like a few. Not trying to end up like most. In this generalization. In reality, you know, like when I'm talking, most people would maybe hope for the best, like 2 or 3 people. And then in the imaginary, I'll make a generalization, you know what I'm saying? So like it's easier to say it, you know what I'm saying? So like yesterday I talked heavily about not wanting to end up like most people, like viewers or like content creators, just being like angry and toxic. And I think now that I kind of get, like, not to say like I'm a doctor and I'm trying to move this negativity from them, because that'd be stupid. And people aren't gonna hang around, pay you to hang around and prod at them, or they're not even gonna like it. You know, they're not gonna like it. You know, so it's like just kind of sitting on what I said yesterday about getting away from all that negativity, anger, aggression. You know, most people on stream aren't even aggressive. They almost become like these miniature villains, you know. I wouldn't say they felt to me like a Hitler, like they were like a strong, potentially dangerous, explosive combatant, you know what I'm saying? Not that they were like weak or passive, but you know, you have to in your mind, what makes sense has to make sense, right? It's like, I only know about Hitler, I don't know about little Hitler, right? I don't know about mini Hitler, so to me that's how they kind of come off, as mini Hitler, you know, no insult intended, but I don't know of, you know, like a kindergartner that bullies me, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it doesn't make sense in my brain. So it's like, just getting away from that type of stuff to where it doesn't necessarily make sense given the context. And it benefits people who are like streamers and viewers for it to not make sense, right? Because like I said, it benefits them not to make sense, and to me they're not like these straight up Joker level creatures who just like are killing everybody. You know, they're like little Hitler. Troublesome. You know, being able to sit on that. Oh shit. Right. Well, these guys have guns. I remember I was kind of hesitant to just dominate in this area. Something like a stun bomb would be a smart thing to bring. Now that these guys have turrets, you just throw a stun bomb at their turret, wherever they're posted up at. I don't really need special alloy. It's like kind of a material that was introduced later on. I'm just trying to build roads. Meaning I only need metal and smerics. Should have brought one of those cargo platforms. You sneak out of the doorway. Don't get clotheslined. Like I said, I'm building this road to the weather station. And there's one road that has really nothing. There's no one really contributing towards that road. So like that will probably be the last thing I work on. Right, just so like I'm not spending all my time on this, not really getting any progress, just one road, I'm saying. I would like to bring enough to finish the road in order, so like I need to find more metal. I will be dropping some of this stuff in the locker because I can't carry everything. I'll be back to make more trips. But yeah, staying away from those negative, angry people, it kind of gives you an excuse to support them, or you want to send people that are like them to them. Not even to say that you're sending them the scraps, but like, it's just like if you send some kid to box, like, oh, he's a troubled kid. It's the same thing. It's not like I'm saying, oh, these guys are pure evil. Let's throw them in the incinerator. Like, oh, these guys all like to troll, and you know they're doing the same things. So it's like, just, you know, put them in the same place. Put them together, you know. Not like put them in a camp or something. A concentration camp. But like, you know. So I think from now on it's like, you shouldn't ever really be working on creating fans. Because people aren't, I guess you could say, in the market for that type of stuff. It's like, it's just not worth doing. There's tons of good stuff in here, buddy. Thank you. I can't even carry all this stuff. If I drop some of these 320s. It was just a lost piece of cargo. Let's just do this part for now. This load.
Right on.
So we'll just follow the road to the distribution center, and then we'll take a right. It's that easy. But yeah, the new vision, the new outlook is like, it isn't about being positive, you know what I'm saying? It isn't about being a problem solver. It's literally just about not getting caught in that whirlwind, right? Where, like, let's say that someone is viral, and they're not trying to chill in, but like, they're really just going off of negativity. Like, they're actually not a bad guy or something. It's like, you don't ever want to get caught in that. That's literally like the worst thing to get caught in. It's like, well, this guy online, he's such a terrible person, everyone hates him, but in real life, he's a nice guy. It's like, in real life, you're a nice guy, you know what I'm saying? But like, do you really want people to look past your internet quote-unquote persona and just ignore that? No, you want them to pay attention to that. If you're doing streaming or YouTube, you wouldn't want them to look past that. So like, you have to assume that in most cases, people that are also doing YouTube or streaming don't want people to look past theirs, and they're doing it differently. So it's like, you're gonna have to end up the same way. I'm saying you're gonna have to build from the same things. The game seems kind of laggy. It has something for streaming. That's cool. So it's like, if you were gonna get married to somebody, and to you they were a terrible person, but if you caught them, if you look at them through like a window, they couldn't see you, they would be a nice person. You don't want that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh god, get these bikes off the road.
Begin the scan. Scanning bridges ID.
I didn't bring my platform. That floating platform. Can we just drive up there? We're gonna have to haul. I'm sure once I get up there, I'll be able to drive back down. I should have enough materials. Yeah, I barely need any materials. So I should be good to find my way up there. Because I'll be able to use the road back down. I was like, if I get up there and get stuck, then it's game over. Looks like I can maybe drive all the way around. Get stuck on this rock. Okay. So, eventually, being able to look past it, you are able to go back and draw on that aggression, negativity, and just being angry all the time. And a lot of times, if you live in like the jungle, or if you like lived in like a, you know, the right environment, I guess it would be more constructive. But really, I can't think of one. You know, I can't think of too many. So it's like the best thing you probably can do with that stuff is make it not real. Like the villain's angry, he's not even a real person, I'm saying. I can use lost cargo. Cool. Or this one instance I can use the last cargo. Yeah, I have no metal. So like, I was very close to being able to complete this road. I just didn't have enough metal. That's exactly what I was saying. Or like, I wanted to complete it in order. But I only have Samarics. Which is horrible. Where's the other auto paver? I think I see it. I should have enough Samarics to finish this. Any metal around? Some resin. Yeah. I'm not gonna try to traverse through all that. Let's go down here. Let's try to get back on this road. And we're gonna dump all of these Samarics into the one that has no contributors, like 0 contributors. Yeah, I have to fix my settings. I hate having to turn my graphics down, but it all comes with the territory of not having like a $3,000 GPU. Default, medium. So you have very high default, so I guess we'll just go default. See if that helps. It does help. I could claim the metal I need on the way back. Throw on the auto paver.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID.
After I dump all these Samarics. This generator in the way of the paving. It's about to go down.
Okay, there you go, Speed Demon.
Okay, this is on the network, so I really shouldn't waste my materials with something that's not on the network. I'm guessing I'm supposed to go to the cosplayer and put her on the network, and that'll kind of do it. Okay. So, I'll grab the, I have a lot of Samarics. I'll go and grab the metal I need from the distribution center. And I'll keep building those roads towards the weather station. And once those are done, I'll deliver the order I have to the cosplayer and see if I can get them on the network.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Safe verifying decontaminating sewage. Safe trap. All clear. Keeping up. Sam Porter Bridges.
$600 metal, is that going to be enough? Let's see what 600 metal will get us. $600 will get this road complete. This next one, we would need maybe a little bit more. I'll grab like a 400. So it's like I can always now use that negativity and anger to like get the ball rolling. It's like, well, today, yeah, I don't have to actually bring up anything negative or angry. It's like you just get them geared up, get people geared up, and it's like there has to be some usefulness. People have to find some usefulness in things, especially if they're in the more angry, short-tempered crowd. So it's like you kind of just chip away at it at this point, right? Or you can be like, I'm gonna make this guy the happiest person ever. But like usually their life isn't going well. Like they're in a very bad spot in life, or like they're just the type of person that soaks up what happens in their life that's bad a little bit too well. You know, sometimes that's the case where they identify with their own life a little bit too much. Where it's like, this is my life. It's like the way you are explaining your life, you could be dead tomorrow, and it's like it wouldn't be your life anymore. I'm saying, so like identifying as that isn't necessarily healthy. So instead of just trying to give these people the world, you just chip away at it. You know, you try to explain things and help them in ways that don't require them to do the same things, right? Like if somebody is like the family counselor or something, they're not your counselor, you're right. Like how can you help these people? This isn't Disney World, right? Like you don't want to just throw people into an ocean knowing that they learned how to swim by getting thrown into the ocean, right? Like that doesn't even make sense. Let's get this road built. So it's like people that are angry, you don't want to just say, okay, I'm gonna be your favorite person. It's like you chip away at that, right? You're like, oh yeah, I like ice cream. Like, oh, they like ice cream too, or I like this person. I like this person too. It's like you're not just gonna open the floodgates and turn someone who's always tense and angry into someone that's always loose and happy, like a balloon. Somebody throws like a dart at them and blow them up, and now they're not happy anymore. So it's like, it's just not worth doing. This one might. Yep, we have enough because we went and got the materials out of the you know what. I'm guessing that's off the network. Or I haven't seen that paver yet. I guess one's almost complete. So, I think I'm gonna ride to the end of this road. And we'll see if we can, see the other auto paver. I literally see the weather station right here. See this? Normally you'd have to go across this whole gap. See all that? That's not fun to go through. Building this road is just smart. Building all roads, smart. Yeah, I don't see any auto pavers. Usually you'd be able to see some. I kind of want to find the location of the auto paver before. And there's one way up here, but there should be one before that. I'm just gonna run to the auto paver. Probably some BTs around here. There's a watchtower right here. That'll save us time searching around. There's some crystals, lots of crystals. Got a post box. Got an auto paver right here. That doesn't really need that many materials. It's really far away. So you probably would bring a container. Yeah, I don't see any other auto pavers. There's one auto paver I see. I'm sure the other one wouldn't be hiding. Okay. So we'll just drive back to the end of the road. After we collect a bunch of metal, we'll bring one of those platforms. And that will build, I'm guessing, this whole entire road. I'm guessing it will build all of it. Reading lots of newer X-Men. And I think it's fine. I think it's actually very well done. Or I feel like either it's because I've went back and forth, kept reading and it's like fresh to me. But it isn't fresh to me because I'm not reading anything else other than X-Men. Everything else I'm still kind of burned out on. I can always read some X-Men. It's like the scenes where you would have someone like standing with their fist clenched, like, and I'm gonna rule the world. It's like they've taken those scenes and removed them. It's like in a movie, like, okay, here's the music building up, and boom. Like, it feels like now with the writing, you're still getting those scenes, but it's like they're not putting the same energy there. It's like they've altered, if you've like went to school, they taught you about, it building up, like stories building up, having that climax and resolution. It's like they moved everything around to where it's like, I don't feel, like I just read one about the Dark X-Men where Madeline Pryor was in charge of, the Dark X-Men they always are the bad X-Men, the ones that have the worst people in it. But they're still like heroes a lot of the time. And like, she's a very powerful like wizard or something, and it's like, I didn't, when the points where she was like clenching her fist like, and I'm gonna win, it's like it didn't have that same feeling. I'm saying, and a lot of them don't. So it's like, I like that, it takes a lot of like the monotony and like, oh yeah, we've seen this before. And it's like, no, we're actually gonna keep, giving these resolutions. It's the same story model, right? But it's like, we're not gonna deliver it the same way. Like, you're not gonna feel it the same way. And that's really all that matters to me in comics, to where a lot of times for me in Marvel, it feels like the same emotional ups and downs. But now that it really, I'm not gonna say it doesn't, but I'm gonna say the points where it does take you up high, it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like playing a game like that's just full of slaughter. Like a game like this, like there's some pretty messed up stuff. It's like you're not totally connected to the highs. You're more affected by the lows and how people keep pushing on. That's kind of, to me, the feeling I get. I'm only reading X-Men, so X-Men, that's kind of how X-Men is anyway, but...
Weapons restrictions lifted.
So, we're gonna go to the mules again. I'm pretty sure up north I have some stuff on the network that goes past this road. Yeah, so I'll probably go to this road up north because eventually I'll need to go up there anyway. I need to go up there anyway. Yeah. So I need to build those roads up anyway, so I'll build these ones north from the Craftsman. That doesn't really require that much. So, yeah, that's what I'll do. And I have a lot of Samarics on me still, I'm pretty sure. Is there anything on the truck at all? Let's see. I can't tell. But we'll grab these Samarics, and then there's another... Like the first mule base you run into, they have lots of metal. But like, I've been reading these X-Men comics, and there's a lot of big events I've missed. I basically missed almost every major event in comics. I wasn't reading comics and following them for years and years, so it's like... I definitely don't get where they're at, but from what I can tell, the ones I've missed, you have like Sword of X, where all the X-Men have swords for some reason. But I'm sure it's cool, it's different. And then there's Krakoa. You know, I've read a lot of where they have like the island. It was like a regular island. I read a lot of those ones where like Cyclops is in charge. But then you have like Krakoa, you have them with all the swords, and you have that whole period. It's like, okay. And like that's kind of what I'm cracking into now. So I'm guessing I'm gonna have to go back and read Krakoa, where they have like this living island, or the Exosword where they have swords and stuff. I'll have to Google that. Like, what's the order here? Nothing else really. Like, I like X-Men more than anything, especially the fact that I like the individual characters. When you do read their, you know, they're like standalones, whatever. They're still good. Like Wolverine standalones are good. You know, like I could read Jubilee. I could read anything. Cyclops. I like their standalones. You know, and X-Men has like, you know, Avengers has this as well. Dark Avengers. You know that. Like X-Men has just so many different iterations. You're usually gonna get the same Avengers. You're gonna get like Iron Man, Captain America, or then you'll get like Spider-Man and like Luke Cage. Some like, you know, people that aren't like that high level. So it's like, I like X-Men. They have, to me, the most variety. They have the heavy hitters. They have like these legendary level mutants, you know, and it just plays out better, I think. My opinion. I think people would agree that the X-Men does have more range and it fluctuates more. It's not as like static. It's not like the X-Men have to always hustle up to get like $1 billion and have their Avengers Tower and all that. It's like they're good at the low points and the high points. If you want to read Marvel Comics, they have Marvel Unlimited. If you want to buy the comics, you can go on Kindle. You know, they have a subscription there to read some comics, but you can also buy others. If you want to read DC Comics, they have DC Infinite or DC Universe. I'm pretty sure it's DC Infinite. They have comics there too. They have 2 subscription levels. One where you can read most of the comics, and the other one with the premium comics and the newest releases and all that. So I'd recommend reading comics. I feel like a lot of times people who like look down on things and bully people have you viewing things in a way that maybe that's true right now. Maybe there's someone in sitting at the lunchroom getting bullied right now about some comics, but like a couple years from now, you'll probably be grateful that you started reading them and that you're interested in them. You have something interesting to read. Right. That's how I feel. It's like a lot of like the weight and negativity, like I don't even really care because it's like this is so interesting. I'd much rather be into this than successfully bully somebody where they just feel down and I'm just that guy who does that, right? Like, sounds kind of weird.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
This place should have metal. Tons and tons of metal. Just metal right there. Like I'm not gonna just stop and pick up that little bit of metal. There's tons of metal up ahead. I have 11 bolas. Let's make them count. Tons of metal. I think I'm kind of good on what I'm carrying right now. I don't want to carry too much.
Right on.
Just building roads right now. I want to get 5 stars in all these vendors, and going through without roads is like kind of stupid. Then I want to build roads towards the areas we're going to next. I need to connect the cow network in one more spot. But that's probably what I'll end up doing today. I'm probably end up just building roads and running around, having fun, fighting mules, building roads. So I think now, like I said, just not having that negativity and the anger like everyone else kind of gets stuck with. You just kind of chip away at it and you use it. You use like pieces of it to your advantage. It's kind of like someone having like a dark power in anime. It's like you're not necessarily evil or even trying to be evil, but it's just what it is. I think eventually with doing that, a lot of people won't see the vision. You know, a lot of times with people, when it comes to people that are famous, like, they do have to deal with a lot of negativity, and the way they deal with it and how long it takes them, people don't really see the vision, and it's like they don't agree with how they're going about it. Like, that's a very important part to be patient with. If you just have patience, like, they don't have to see the vision, but like, let's just be patient with these types of people. Like, you'll never have to have problems. Like, someone's like, I don't like the way you deal with all these negative fans. It's like, you don't see the vision, I'm saying. Another great thing about building bridges is you get tons of likes. You get way more likes doing this than anything else. I mean, building roads. Like, this guy has like a little thing he put down. He gets like 800 likes on it. I got way more likes than building roads. I don't really like having to press 5 every time I want to like something. It's just kind of, it's cumbersome. It's really cumbersome, so. Need more Samarics. Need more metal. More metal. So like that's important that you understand that in the long run you're gonna deal with bad things different ways from other people, and that's gonna cause a divide where there really might not need to be one. So it's like just chipping away and utilizing what I can from all this aggression and negativity. It's like you just need that patience when other people say, I don't like how you're doing that. You say, okay, you don't have to, because it's like if you dealt with like criminals. Someone's like, I don't like the way you deal with those criminals. It's like, you don't have to, because they already don't like it unless you plan on being a criminal or explaining to me as someone who isn't a criminal. Then it doesn't really matter that much, I'm saying. It's like if you're cooking food, you're already in control of the kitchen. Someone says, I don't like what you're doing in the kitchen. It's like, you're either a chef or you're not. And you can explain to me what I'm doing wrong, or you can't. So it's like, it's pretty simple. At the end of the day, all the people that are angry and negative, maybe on like Twitch, like they don't really see the vision, so it's like, why would I get upset when someone else doesn't see it? Doesn't even make sense. I don't really see anything. Oh, I have this mailbox. I put tons of stuff in the mailbox. But after we get the mailbox, we don't really need anything else from this area. So I'll just deliver what we have now from here. You guys got some metal for me? You guys do got some metal for me, okay. Thank you very much. Some metal. Okay, here's the plan. We're gonna gather all the metal we can. Let's actually do some math. Okay, there actually looks like there's just one auto paver. Like right here in the middle. I'm saying. Right here in the middle from here to this point and then to the weather station. Just one auto paver. But that's all I can see right now. We have enough crystals. We need like 700 metal. And we need like 700 samaric, which isn't much. So we want like 800 samaric, 800 metal just to be safe. So we gotta make sure we have 800 samaric, 800 metal when we go to do that. And we also have to hope that by like some miracle that that's the only auto paver, which on the map it says it is, that connects the weather station to the road system I have. And I can then, once after connecting that road to the weather station, connect the cosplayer to the Cairo network and start building the road that goes towards her house or her base, whatever. And then after, we'll see once we connect her to the network how many roads we have to build and how many 5 stars we have to get. And we'll go either building roads, going back to building roads, or getting the 5 stars. So it's like, you have to be a little bit more reasonable. And I don't want to make like people that are like victims in their lives, or their life's not going well, like the scapegoat. But like, let's just make up a version of them. Let's not target them in their reality. Like, if you're like the family's therapist, like I said, it's like, you might not see anyone else's vision. Like, you might be going through so much that you decide that you don't see things other people's ways. And like, that is someone's goal. So it's like, if I'm trying to be doing Twitch and someone doesn't really see what I'm trying to do, and you're someone who isn't necessarily a villain, but you don't see people's vision, it's like you have more in common with them, right? It's like if you're at work and you're not working, and then there's this other guy who doesn't work. It doesn't matter if you're a nice guy, like, you have more in common with somebody who isn't contributing than someone who is, right? It sometimes comes down to that, right? So how much metal do I have? I need like 800. Yeah, I have enough. Okay. I did bring the tray. At least I think I brought the tray.
Right on.
The tray. I do. Floating carrier. Okay. Let's go. This should be, you know, it should get us towards, you know, tying up these last few roads, these last loose ends, these few things I need to do before I can start delivering things again. So it's like you have people that are more likely to fall into a victim, you know, path, and someone who's more likely to be purposely a villain. So it's like you might say, well, these guys are victims. Maybe these guys are the underdogs. They get the short end of the stick. But it's not always about who's a good person, or you know, even who's a victim. It's like who's contributing. You know, who's understanding. Who understands the direction. You know what I'm saying? So it's like most people just sometimes don't get it. You know, someone like lives in the hood, and people bully them. They're not looking at things the way that people see them a lot of the time. You know, so you know you can't help them unless you do it their way, and you'll be stuck there forever doing that all the time, right? So it's like if you're trying to build something productive, people won't see it. They won't see what you're trying to do, and even if they did see it, doesn't mean it's going to actually work or happen, or it's going to be that great. But getting past that, you know, work, like I said, chipping away at angry, negative stuff, you know, utilizing little pieces that I can utilize. Not really going into this whole victimhood thing and going back and forth and, you know, keeping score with all that type of stuff. It's like you can get ahead just from understanding that, you know what I'm saying?
Safe travels. Keep on keeping on.
How many blood grenades do I have? Hermetic. Probably 15, maybe 20. Knowing me, I'm ready. I got the grenades. Get this bike off the road, bro. Just push it off the edge. Just get it out of here. I don't want to see it. Goodbye.
What can't you do?
Bye, bike. I don't know. Looks like we basically destroyed it a little bit. With sparking.
Hello.
Good morning, Sam. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying weapons restrictions lifted.
Alright, we're about to have to walk at this point. But this is such a crucial road. This part of the weather station, like this area is so just rocky. Like you have this bridge over this gap. You know, where you have all those rocks down there and then you have these cliffs you have to climb up. It's like you need this road. This is like probably the most important road. Also, you know, the one before this one where it's just like straight up desert. That one's really, really important as well.
Stretch my legs.
So we did 800 Samarics, 800 metal. That's 400. 800. I'll bring some extra just in case. Samarics. So it was like 160, 160, that's 320, right? So we'll bring a little bit more. And we should be good. The carrier can carry lots of it.
Let's get a move on.
Hopefully don't run into any BTs. I got my grenades, so I'm ready. Let's see if this paver was the last one, or if there's more. Because it seems like there might be more. Yep, I didn't bring enough Samarics. That's not 800. I said I need to bring 800. I didn't bring 800. That's not 800. Might be some Samarics around. Might not be. Lots of special alloy. Special alloys. The weather station's right up there, so you can see what they got going. I'm sure they can hook us up with something. But that leaves me with a question, where's another auto paver? Doesn't seem to be any. 1,000 metals lightweight. 1,000 metal lightweight. Definitely take that. It's pretty light. Lightweight. Speech.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Probably need to go back the way I came.
Beginning scan. Weapons restrictions lifted. Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be weapons restrictions lifted.
It's way easier to go down than to go up. You usually have to find a straight path up. I mean, that's what I would do, but you can snake your way back down. Running through like a valley downwards is easier than trying to go up it, especially with this thing on my back. Like I said, someone told me to press G, open your compass, walk across those bridges. It's a great idea. I wonder if someone actually went through the whole game just walking across them without zooming in like that.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah, going down is way easier than going up. I'm literally right next to the place. There's another auto paver up there. Okay, I see it. I can go back and get my car. I don't know, these auto pavers are starting to look strange. Can I climb a ladder? Will this go up with me? I don't think so. Okay, I didn't think it would. It's too
There goes
steep.
the wire.
Gotta get back to our vehicle. Yeah, it looks like there's no road to the weather station, but I'm sure there is. It's just probably just some other point, you know, some different position. Load up all of my stuff onto my truck. Take the road to the next auto paver. And then I'll probably turn back, rest, get my truck repaired and all that. Ouch.
Someone's out here.
It's like a roller coaster at this point. She doesn't go directly to the weather station. It actually might go around, might actually turn left. Yeah, that's probably what will happen. There's an auto paver right there. We'll drop everything off, drive back down. Looks like I can kind of... Probably isn't going to be smart to take my truck off the road. No, I should be fine. There's like a little corner I can hit. Okay, this isn't a network, but this is... Okay, good. Oh god. I think I have like 1,000 metal, lightweight metal. And you know, the weather station's right there. I can always go get some more materials, finish this road off. Okay, we have that, you know, 1,000 metal to add. We didn't have enough Samarics. I guess I'm gonna run and grab some Samarics. We need... like 600 Samaric. If roads don't lead to this place, a zipline might be smart to put like on the side of a road. Oh. Wait. Might be able to use this rope to go right back up. We don't even have enough Samaric. We're not gonna have enough Samarics. We have 40 Samaric right here. Get drab. Got 40 more. That's 80. We can grab 320. It'd be like 400. In reality, I don't need to build that road right now. But I'll probably go grab the Samaric I need. I probably should just finish it though, right?
Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
We're gonna grab every little bit of Samaric we can get out of this, I guess. Grab 480. That's all the Samaric. Okay.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Maybe we'll find some more Samarics on our way or around here somewhere, but for now, we're kind of cooked. My like neck's bending sideways trying to climb up this. Wait. Okay, there's the auto paver.
Believe in yourself.
I actually have enough to build a road. That's great. Let's see where this road leads. I'm sure just another auto paver. Let's go back to the distribution center. Go to the cosplayer, get them linked up if we can. I don't know what's going on up there. I'm sure there's another autopay that leads to the roads. Now we don't have to worry about any of this. Any of this mountainous region. Now we'll lead to the next area, so that's good.
Okay, there you go, Speed Demon.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked. Decontaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
The road building, it's just so cool. Looking at it spiral up the mountain, like, it makes me happy. Let's grab the sewing kit, put it on our back. Let's take a little rest. Now let's actually put everything on the truck in a private locker, because we're going to switch to something quicker than the truck.
Take a look. This is what the world looked like hundreds of millions of years ago. It was just one big continent. And do you know what this is?
They start to re-show, or they start to like rerun some of these memories. So like if I skip them, it's not because I don't care, it's because I've already seen it myself. Not really much needed for this auto paver. Long range bike allows me to drive through water without much worry. wasn't too bad. I didn't run into any BTs yet. Pretty close to the cosplayer as well. I'm pretty sure I'll connect to the Cryo network with the cosplayer. That will solve a lot of my issues. I feel like I'm close enough. Or like I don't need to take my bike through this. I see an auto paver right up there. Lots of roads I could be building. There's a zip line. I mean, it's easy. The first two mule camps you run into have tons of Samarics and metal, but you will need to get crystals. We should. Where's the cosplayer at? Okay, it's right down here. Dear Lord. What the hell?
Scanning bridges ID. Fragile
Wow, great! You made it! I told myself there were bound to be a few scratches, but... Can you make it official? Whenever I mention your name to my partner, he gets all excited and starts talking about how much he wants to meet you. He's pretty interested in the chiral network too, totally on board with it, but I'm still having trouble wrapping my head around. I guess what I'm saying is that I'm okay with trying it out. If it is, then...
Hey, Sam. Sam Bridges. Welcome to our summer home by the falls. Oh, well, thanks for making the trip. I've always wanted to meet you. I know what you're... Is that an otter on my head? Or am I just... Well, actually, the otter's a member of the weasel family. I have weasels in my family, but enough about my brother. Man, you are tough. Hey, did you know that otters can survive without land? Oh yeah, they eat, sleep, even give birth, all in the water. The only thing they can't do in the water is drown. Wow, you laugh about... Hey, by the way, you should have it. Yeah, don't worry about me. I've got an otter one. Come on. Oh, man, you're the only audience I've had in like...
The otter hat. Oh, it's a hood. I was wondering, like, how is that big?
She's amazing.
This is Conan?
Where? Really?
An otter hood.
new order available.
I just had enough slots to get all this stuff equipped.
Order assigned. Weapons restrictions lifted. Good morning, Sam. Keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on.
There's a truck right there.
Keep on keeping on.
I actually would like to see a bike instead of a truck. But I'll take whatever I can get. There are some auto pavers. We're into the abandoned city. I'm trying to think how do I want to get around this. I guess I just want to drive to the side. I think I want to cross here. There's actually some road built. Am I the one that built this little part? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think I built that. I might have. I feel like I did, yeah. I probably did.
Beginning scan. Standing bridges ID. Welcome to South Knot City. Proceed to distribution center. Decontaminated. Highly pleasant. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges. Nothing. Oh. Whoop. Good work. New order.
How do you get the outer hood? I don't see the I don't see the outer hood. Okay, we'll go back to the cosplayer.
Pleasant journey. Weapons restrictions lifted.
I think the goal in the future for like content, instead of like trying to build like like this content, I guess, locker or like display like in front, I think it'd make more sense to build it in like a different format. You know what I'm saying? Like you set up a bunch of like a bunch of displays. Like you're gonna have like a book. They're gonna like set up a library. You're gonna set everything up like on a table in the front. Like people aren't gonna see that. They're gonna want to like come into the bookstore. Oh, this is a nice bookstore. Hang out. You know, be kind of comfortable. I'm not gonna want to like be given the boot. You know, you give them all their choices. You know, you give them all their choices at the door, then they just buy it and leave. They want to be able to go and, you know, look around. They want to be invited into the store, right? They want to have a nice time, so it's like... You gotta be smart. So the format would be completely different, right? Like the idea, like, hey, we did this stream, we did that stream. I'd set it up like a gym, you know, like bodybuilding. Like you want to see someone, you want to see a person, you know. That's how I would do it. And the great thing about it is, most people that stream, not most people, a lot of people that stream get too big-headed for it to be about anything other than them anyway. You know, like the more you focus on
Beginning scan.
it being about seeing people,
Verifying ID. Clear.
you know, people get to kind of, you take care of them a little bit better, you know. Like a lot of people just keep putting out this display in front of the store. You don't even want to, when you want to look at it, you know. When I go to a bookstore, I don't want to look at all the stores in the front, all the stuff in the front. You know, I go to a grocery store, I want to go into the aisles.
Which can you?
I could have swore we already, okay, we already did, but she wanted to make it official. Utility pouch. That sounds kind of good.
Good work. New order.
What's this utility pouch? Just like a passive upgrade. We get more utility pouches on our belt, or whatever. Seems like it.
Thank you for your comments.
I'm guessing I have to go into Sam's private room to get the outer hood. So it's like focusing more on the body, like a bodybuilding competition, you know. Everyone also is inspired to do it. I think that'd be smarter. Instead of grinding out, okay, we have another display in front of the bookstore with more books. And like I said, it also gives you a way to deal with people that are like kind of big-headed, all about themselves, you know, just them, just a person to begin with.
Time to move.
Okay, we just want to go around the lake. Well, I do need more crystals. I also grab up all these materials, crystals, go deliver them, recycle them. Okay, we got a golden one. I don't really want to mess with him. Luckily we didn't park our truck next to the golden one, or we'd be in trouble. Yeah, going through there with the truck is not going to be possible. I think I've been at this for 2 hours. Hour 47. Yeah, 2 hours.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Welcome to South Knot City. Proceed to distribution center. Decontaminated. Nothing present. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
We need to make a new pair of legs. Let's see if we can put this hat on, this otter hood.
Your work is greatly.
I don't see how you attach the hood to get the hood. It must be in, it's like in the menu. I don't see it. That's probably in the number 4 slot. Okay, there we go.
Have a pleasant journey. Have a pleasant journey.
Because there's so many BTs, we're gonna run to the tribal artists. Hopefully you can run into a yeah, shelter right there, okay.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
I like how the outer hood kind of blends color-wise. I think I've been to this area before. There probably are going to be some golden ones, or are. Okay. You gotta collect crystals so you can build roads for sure. I got like a whole like 20, like 20 peanut butter cookies from the bakery from the store. It was like where you get, I would say, probably the best cookies from, unless you go to like a restaurant, someone that actually sells cookies. There's some milk. I'm about to get out of here, eat those peanut butter cookies. But I'm addicted more so to the game than the cookies.
There we go.
Some vehicles over there I can snag. Let's see.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. Good work. New.
Oh, thanks again.
Good work. New order.
So a good bit of stuff we can bring to the junk dealer, which we probably should. I think I already have a 5 stars, 5-star review with, or 5-star connection or whatever with the junk dealer. Yeah, I do. So I don't need to bring him anything. Unless I want some junk from him, which I don't think I need. I'll look more into that. Like, we have 5 stars, like what am I going to get out of this? Ornament. I'll probably take the ornament. Cosplayer. We don't need the distribution center. We don't need that. Stuff Not City. Timefall. Okay, so we'll do this recovery. Then we'll come back and grab some other deliveries. These boots have such crazy durability. I really should probably be saving these Cairo boots for like a main story quest where I have to go into some uncharted territory. I don't know. I should be fine though. I think I have 2 other pairs. Alright, we just gotta drive around the lake.
Okay. There we go.
I need more crystals. So let's like see if we can hunt down a few of these BTs, especially because they're so close to the bridge. I don't want to have to keep dealing with them. There's tons of them. I could drop some of these grenades. Spola. In reality, just when I think this game's done throwing tricks at me, I start looking forward to the PC release of the second game. They throw some more stuff at me, and it's like, at this point, I'm kind of content playing the first one. There's some crazy stuff in the second one. And I think the second one's almost like peak. Like, this is as good as it gets. From what I've seen. Because this, to me, is already pretty dope. It's pretty weird. Lots of weird stuff. I like how the otter hood has like inflatable arms that wrap around your ears. It's really cool.
Beginning traps. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapon.
Hello again. Hi.
Good work. New order.
You have the junk dealer, which we don't need because we have a 5-star. You have the cosplayer. Distribution center is 5-star. We have South Knot City. We have the Timefall Farm. Probably do South Knot City. And the cosplayer. That should do it.
Order assigned.
South Knot's almost at 5 stars. This cosplayer's not that close. I mean, more than halfway.
You'll drop by again, won't you?
Safe traps. Weapons restrictions lifted.
Alright, I think I'm gonna go. I'll probably come back later and play more Final Fantasy 15. Let me just make this delivery to the cosplayer. When I come back, I'll probably start building more roads. And then get my 5 stars, finish up my 5 stars on all these places, and then move on with the main quest.
That's a big one. There we go. Okay. Okay.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Good work. New.
Covered cosplay costume stolen by the mules. I'll probably do that when I come back. Maybe tomorrow. Alright guys, I'm gonna go eat some cookies and maybe eat some regular food as well. Alright guys.